Hey coaches, welcome back to Football Talk with Coach Chip. As you can tell by the title card, in this episode we're installing, running, and coaching the Wing T's belly play. This is a brother-sister companion video of the installing, running, and coaching the Wing T's down play, okay, which I will also have down below, link below, and it should be a pop-up, should be popping up anytime now. And you can go to that and also check that video out. All right, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If not, why? What's wrong with you? Okay, are you touched? All right, also be sure to like. Something to do with them Google algorithms. I don't understand them. I don't understand electricity either, but I can turn on this computer and turn on the lights in the house. And don't forget our sponsor, right-equipment.com. Okay, that's how you find them on the interwebs, right-equipment. Before you buy your next fitness, strength training equipment, go to their website, right-equipment.com, and train the right way. Okay? All right, let's get started looking at the Wing T's belly play. All right, here are your rules for the belly. Wing back. You'll be in early motion. Quarterback will snap it about the time the wing gets to where the halfback is normally lined up, about 4 or 5 yards deep behind the backside tackle. And then you will fake option right. That's the way we did it. Some teams, they have him come downhill and block like he's blocking belly keep pass. So if you're a team and your quarterback's more of a passer, and instead of running belly option, you're going to run belly keep pass, then that's what you'll do. It's up to you. If you got an athletic quarterback and you want to run option, then that's what you do. Okay, tight ends on the back side of this play. This is a split side play as meant by Tubby Raymond and the guys that invented the Wing T. A lot of y'all do run belly to the tight end. Nothing wrong with it, okay? But we're looking at it to the split inside here. All right, this is the weak lead, if you will, some people even call it. So tight end's cutting off on the backside. What I mean, he's coming over the top. You'll see it in the diagram, trying to get over across the top and make a block on the safety and spring a touchdown. Play side tackle, which the ones I'm going to show you are going to be belly right. So it'll be the right tackle. You're going to gap down on and listen for the XB call from the offensive guard, okay, from your guard. The play side guard, the diagram I'm going to show you in a moment, is the right guard. Rule is gap pull. Okay, if there's somebody in the gap, you block down on it. Okay, man head up you or in a 3, make the XB call versus a 2 or 3 tick. Okay, that's a cross block, and we'll talk about that when we get to the diagram. All right, center, your rule is on. So if you got a nose, a 0, you got him. Okay, if you don't, you block back. You block back. All right, and I really thought we kind of did that on our own. And then later I found out, going to a bunch of the Wing T clinics. I went to the National Wing T Clinic, the one they had about 15 years ago up in Erie. I missed the one in Pittsburgh the year before, which they said was a great one. But the one in Erie, Pennsylvania was great too. And I found out that was the common way of doing it, was letting that center block on back and pulling the backside guard or wrapping him, almost like a gut block, I call it, around the center to wall off the backside linebacker. And I'll show you in the diagram why that also helps. And it gives, if you have a good fullback that has tailback type vision, which is what we always try to do. And I've told y'all before, but I'll tell you again, because we don't always have the same listeners, and I don't know what order you're watching the videos in. I like having a tail. If I had been an I formation coach, who would I put at tailback? That's who I put at my fullback. All right, now like Roger Holmes in Dublin, Georgia, he's exactly the opposite. If he'd been an I formation coach, his running back would be his tailback, and his fullback in his Wing T would be his fullback if he was an I. He wants to put his best back there, and he features him on jets and and counters, and of course the buck. All right, but there's other things you can do. All right, so the backside guard, wrap around the center to wall off the backside linebacker, okay? And then the backside tackle does, some people call it a fire on backer. Some call it a pull check. I call it a gap flip nowadays. I've evolved my offensive thinking somewhat. Not as better than anything. Evolution's not always a superior thing. It usually is, but it's not always, especially in football. It's just you evolve to something different. All right, so this is the belly blocking rules. Now, the play side, the running back or the wing back to the play side, and we'll talk about that when we get to the diagrams. All right, let's look at some diagrams. All right, as I told you, we're going to be looking at it to the right. I have them diagrammed to the left. All you got to do is ask me. I'll send you the presentation. I've got it. I did it on a PowerPoint for the purpose of sending it to you. And if you ask for it, you'll get this one and the down. Okay? And you do that by hitting me up at siegel.chip@gmail.com or in the comments down below. Just leave your email address, or you can go to Football Talk with Coach Chip on Facebook, or hit me up on Twitter at Chip Siegel, and drop me your email, and I will send you the PowerPoint. And if you prefer Google Slides, I can do it as Google Slides as well. All right, well, let's look at it right here. All right, so you see it. Let's look first at the play side. All right, so the play side tight end, okay? His rule is gap on. All right, in this case, there's nobody in his gap, so he's going to block out on that DN. Now, we're going to flip it to an underfront in a minute, and you'll see the XB. Not all bellies are XB. Okay, against this defense here, there's no reason to XB. God gave you angles, okay? And when God gives you something, you take it. Take the God-given angles whenever they're given to you. That's the whole premise behind the wing T, okay? All right, so then the play side guard, his rule is, dang, I forget the word of it right here. It's gap on pull or gap pull. It's gap pull, okay? So there's a man in his gap. He blocks down on him. If there's a man head up him or in a 3, he'll call the XB, and you'll see that in the next diagram. So it's gap pull, okay? The center is going to block back, like I showed you in the rules, okay? Man back. There's no man, so he's going to block back. By the way, if he's shaded to the play side, the nose, in a 1, okay, he still blocks back because the guard's going to get him because that's in the guard's gap, and the guard's rule is gap pull. So he'll block down on that. All right, now the backside guard is going to wrap to the backside linebacker trying to cut him off. Now this wrap is not like most wraps where he's going to wrap real tight. He's trying to wrap, and he's wrapping at such an angle to cut that joker off, that backside backer. And also, and I'll show you in a minute why that's good stuff. All right, then the tackle is going to do his gap flip, and then the tight end is going to run an over, cut off, trying to get over here and block whatever's here, probably the safety, we hope. All right, the wing back is going to go in a motion, early motion. Quarterback needs to be looking out of his peripherals. When he gets to about where he would be if he was a halfback, you snap the football. And we always had him faking the option. We always had an athletic quarterback, okay? And so we ran a lot of option off belly and down. All right. Now, some people, what they do is they got a throwing quarterback. They'll have him come right here, boom, go up in there and block. Quarterback on belly keep pass will fake the belly and then drop back, okay? Now, the lead back right here has got to take a jab step. The jab step as he's looking. And he also come up with a communication. The tackle put his hand behind his back and let him know, like give him a signal, you make it up, that, hey, I'm blocking down, this is going to be an XB, or I'm blocking out. This is going to be a fan block, I'm blocking out. So he has an idea, but he also got to keep his head up. Jab. So when they do run the XB up front, it gives them time to develop it. So a jab and lead through on the play side backer right here. All it is an isolation play, a lead play. Okay? So it's good to have blocking backs that can block for each other. That's one thing about the wing T. Okay, the backs have got to be able to block. Now, this is where it's a lot different, the quarterback and the fullback. This is where it's significantly different from the down, and this makes the plays different, besides one being to the tight end and one being to the split side. The quarterback is going to take a big looping spin out, almost as if he was in I and you're running the lead, okay? And you're going to reverse out, and you're trying to get the ball to the fullback as deep as you can get it to him. Get it in his belly as deep as you can get it to him to give him a chance to get the handoff, secure the handoff, and be looking at the line in front of him and his lead blocks, okay, and see where it's going to develop. That's the difference. The down is a screaming play. It's like the outside veer. You're coming. It's like a dive with a puller. He is going fast as he can go, and he's hitting that joker, okay? The belly is more of a old-fashioned lead, and that's what it is. Get it to him deep so he can see the blocking develop. All right, how does that happen? The big looping reverse out, getting depth, quarterback, and getting the ball to the fullback as deep as you can give it to him. Here's the fullback steps. Here's what we taught. Again, if y'all do it different, that's fine. I'm telling you what, we did it. Flat, big flat step, and then crossover. So in this case, it'd be a right, big right flat step, eyes on the line, on the point of attack, watching the line, watching it develop. Don't worry about the quarterback. He'll bring it to you. Okay? And then a crossover with your inside, in this case, your left foot, crossover, shoulder square, getting downhill. And at this time, you're getting the football. Quarterback, get him the football when that crossover step is complete and he squares back and he squares up. Keep those shoulders square the whole time, but get those hips and feet square after that crossover. So flat, crossover, down, go. Okay? And about that time, he's getting the football as he starts downhill, and he can see it develop. All right, here's what I'm talking about, why it's really cool to pull that backside guard. If this nose is a boar dog, and he rips across the face of this guy right here because he's getting it deep, he can bend that joker right here, and he's got a lead block. He's got a lead block right there. Okay? So in that way, it's like a lead, getting depth, and he can see it develop, getting the ball with depth, and he can see it develop as it goes, as the blocking develops, and he can bend that joker back if that nose is ripping across the top of that guy's, that guard's face. Okay. All right, let's look at the at an under. All right, let's look at the backside real quick. They're the same. He's blocking back. Look, this is an under front, blocking back on the nose. He's wrap blocking right here. Got a better angle because of the under front. The backer's over here. Okay. But right here, he's getting him, okay? And the tackle's still gap flipping, okay? Pull checking, whatever you want to call it. And then he's over the top with the cutoff block. All right, the differences. Look, you got a 3, could be a 2, 3 or 2. Then you do the XB. Got to communicate. Got to communicate. Guard and tackle communicate. And we always had the tackle communicate to the back because he was dead behind you, okay? And let him know, okay, it's XB. Again, he's going first. The tackle's going first. He's got to go. He's got a down block. Just good old-fashioned down block. He does it every day in practice or you ain't wing teeing it. Okay? The guard is taking, it's almost like the outside zone's bucket step. Okay? Letting that tackle cross his face, pushing off and going. It's not really a pull. It's really not a pull. It's an X block. Okay? So he's going to go, boom. Take that step and come. We tell that tackle, this is how much time you have. Watch the guard. Guard, take your step and go. Boom, he takes a step and he goes. And that guard's, in this case, his left arm, his inside arm, should almost brush that tackle's booty as he comes past him because he wants to get, he can't go flat. I never go flat. If they run upfield, you can still block them. But if they squeeze and you go flat, you're beat. Go downhill. So we don't even have him turn his shoulders. We just have him take a step and go down. It's not even a pull technique. It's a cross block. He's going to take like a outside zone bucket step. Boom. Give that tackle time. You got to go and come right off his booty and kick out that DN. All right, the running back's taking that flat jab step, watching it develop, and he is going to split the X, the cross, when you draw it up on the board and show it to your team. You tell that running back where those two, the guard and tackles lines, where they cross, the intersection, he splits that intersection. He goes right through it. Okay? He goes right through it. The fullback does the same thing that he did a while ago. He's going to big flat step, crossover, shoulder square, getting downhill, watching it develop. Okay? Watching it develop. Still got the same option right here. Okay? This guy here comes over right here. And the tackle is ripping across the face. he can bang it right back, bend it right back in there because you got in a block on the backside backer. Okay? This stuff is good now. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. And so this is your belly. Okay? And we're faking option with the quarterback, and we're faking option with the backside wing back. And if you want to, you can do the belly keep pass, okay? You can do the belly keep pass, fake off of it. It depends on what kind of team you are. Some teams do both. You know, they fake one, but they run both plays. All right, that's it for this episode. I kept you long enough. Don't forget, Right Equipment, right-equipment.com. Train the right way. Don't forget to go down below, click on like. Okay? And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to Football Talk with Coach Chip. Tell your friends about it. Send it to them. Link them up. Say, hey, this guy here, he's crazy in country, but he knows a little bit about football, and he does it in a simple way, in a simple approach, and he will follow up with you. Hit me up at siegel.chip. Go to my Facebook page, Football Talk with Coach Chip, if you have any questions, and let's continue the conversation. Until next time, y'all be elite.